Number 9. So nines in numerology are completions. They're closing a process. They're ending something, finishing something, getting it done. The first one can be taken multiple ways. I have a very personal relationship with this, and it is not a bee. That is a yellow jacket, which is a kind of wasp, I believe. And when I was 1 or 2 years old, I fell into a nest of these. They nest in the ground. And actually, they're real jerks of nature. They don't even build their own nests. They take over other nests, such as ant nests, and they kill and run off all of the other animal to take over their space and make it their nest. They're vicious. They can sting you multiple times, and they're one of the only stinging insects that will chase you. So I really struggle to find the acceptance of the life of this animal, which is one of the only places where I do that, and it makes me encounter a part of myself that I'm not used to, or I don't want to identify with. But it's one of the places where I'm like, God, I wish there were no yellow jackets. So that gives the yellow jacket a massive amount of power, for me anyway. And what the yellow jacket did to me through that experience is it gave me a phobia, in that I spent most of my life paralyzed in fear of stinging insects. If they were around, I didn't know what to do. I felt like I had to run away and jump. It was dangerous, actually. I've been stung many times by many different kinds of stinging insects because of my inability to deal with the fear, and probably attracting the need to get over that experience. And it was Anthony Jacquin, one of my teachers in hypnotherapy, who in a lesson hypnotized me and helped me conquer my fear of stinging insects. Now, if a wasp was to land on my arm, I still would have that natural fear. But what I'm talking about is if it was halfway across the room, I would be aware of it before, and I would be petrified. I would sometimes be frozen, and that's something I needed to get over, because I didn't want to pass that behavior onto my son and my daughter, and I'm very grateful to Anthony for helping me do that. And also it helped me understand how I can help other people with their phobias and fears. So the power here is the power to end fear. That's what that's the change going on in the Nine of Spades. The ability to end fear. Now, you could, if you'd like, even though it is, if you anatomically look it up, obviously a yellow jacket, you could, if you like, see this as a bee and look at it as, finding honey, or, finding a success at the end of your path as you're closing. You can look at it that way as well, if that works better for you. For me, it would be a time to end fear. That's what the Nine of Spades in this deck represents. So Nine of Hearts is the rider, as it is in the Lenormand deck. And this is news that's on the way. News is coming, and it's coming quickly, and it's probably not going to be terrible. It's going to be there to uplift you some way. It can also be a harbinger of some kind of delivery is coming. You're going to get something in the mail. Less about a communication, but more like a package in some way. The rider is the first one I drew. I thought it was the house, but actually it is the rider. And I just made it an English rider. I wanted to make this drawing. It's not as much of a personal image, so much as it is a traditional image from Lenormand that I wanted to keep. Nine of Clubs, which is the broom. So you've completed a task, and now you are tidying up. You are putting things back in order, creating new order for the next task. You're getting ready for something, completing something to get ready for something else. The broom also can warn of conflict, especially family conflict. It can be about repetition as well, needing to repeat the path that you've just completed, Again, because you missed something, there's something else to be learned from it. And then the power of being able to create order as well. Nine of Diamonds is the closure of a deal. Very simple, very materialistic world thing. The handshake of closing a deal. It's done. We're going to do it. It's on. It's happening. It's a power image as well.